Like, I don't know, I go by vibe a lot.
Really? Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I like to listen.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that's a lot of my job too, just like listening to people all the time.
Yeah, how is that though? Like with your, like, can it get draining though? Like
a little bit.
Because I know, like, in that, you know, in your industry, you know, like makeup artist, hairstylist, you know, that people are sitting down and like telling their whole life story, you know, like, so how is that like for a person? Like, it's kind of like your therapist too.
Yeah. It's not bad. Like, there's nothing that I like don't like to talk about with people.
Yeah.
But it is just kind of like I'll do wedding parties, you know, where it's like 7 people in a row.
Oh,
and
wow.
I notice like I'm really talkative with the first one.
Yeah.
Then like a little talkative with the second one.
Yeah.
And then by the fourth, I'm like, sit down, girl.
We getting this done.
I don't know, just my energy.
Yeah. Can you get, sorry for just a little closer. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I totally feel that. I'm sure you're like, okay, I'm ready, but because that's everyone's energy, you know, like you have to like, see what type of person they are and kind of go off of that. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, and some people don't want to talk at all, and you gotta feel that out sometimes.
Yeah, like I bet that's awkward though, like just to be
a little bit. Sometimes I feel it too, and I'm like, this is just what we're doing today.
You're like, turn on that music.
Yeah,
we vibing.
Oh, I need music.
Yeah, are you a music person?
Yeah, like I wouldn't say like I'm not very like instrumental or anything, but like I love working with music. It just like makes me work so fast. Yeah,
for sure. What type of music do you like listening to?
When I'm working, I just like a little more upbeat.
Like,
I'm
sure.
Basic. Like,
girl, don't say that.
I don't know. Like I've been liking Harry Styles since that came out.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. I haven't heard his new album, but I hear it's really good.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. It's a good driving album too.
Really nice. I just got done listening to Kendrick Lamar. He on another level, like poetry type, like.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't really like that type of music until I got with Ty.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of was like, no, like there's way more meaning, you know, you got to listen to the words and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm very more so like soft, you know, just soft. But
same, like sad girl autumn all year round.
Go listening to breakup music and you're in the happiest relationship.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like Lana Del Rey, just
dude, she's fire.
She's so good.
Yeah, I've listened to some of her her music, but
it's like all the same, but like in the best way.
In the best way possible. Oh, yeah. She's a genre, is that like the type of
she's got her own thing going.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, hello everyone. Hello. I'm here with Megan. I'm super excited to have Megan on the podcast, on the Girl Chat podcast, just to talk about what you do and get to know who Megan is a little bit more outside of makeup, you know?
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I'm super excited. We got some Popeyes here.
Oh, so good.
Do you like Popeyes?
I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a couple years.
Really?
It's so good.
Yeah, it was funny because when Megan came in, she was like, I drove by Popeyes, and I was like, I wonder what we're going to have on the Girl Chat podcast. And we got Popeyes today.
It sounded like a fun one.
Yes.
Like it's like Hot Ones a little bit, but without like suffering.
Right, for real. Let's have a little bite first before we get into the talk.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that crunch?
We're selling Popeyes.
Right. But yeah, so let everyone know, who is Megan? You know, who are you? What do you do? And then we can kind of go from there.
Oh yeah, like I'd say I'm kind of just like a ever evolving creative. Like
that's amazing.
Yeah, like I've always been an artist, I guess, but just even the past few years of my life, like my adult life, I've been a makeup artist, and that's been really cool. I kind of have more of a specialty now. It's like professional photography and airbrush and bridal. But yeah, I don't know. Like you think about your personal brand a lot. Like you think about about like who you are,
Yeah,
like all the time.
for sure.
Like.
Yeah, I can feel that, like, for sure, especially when you are building a personal brand. You kind
Right.
of have to constantly like grow and figure out who you are, because when you're not right, like your personal brand isn't right. And it's so, it's so true.
That's
like
so true.
you have to, just always be figuring out, who's Megan, who's Mona, who's Tyler, because that's how people perceive you, and sometimes, I think when it comes to personal branding, it can be so amazing, but there is,
Right,
challenges
like,
and yeah, for sure. Like, wait, like, and your life is in that. Do you ever feel like you're so intertwined with your personal brand that sometimes you do take a step back? You're like, wait, but what does Megan like to do outside of? Because right now I feel like you're in the phase of hustling and grinding and really making a name for yourself. And I think you're doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
How has that been? Kind of like talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's been good. I guess just the past couple of years. Like, I feel like I've only been cool for like a couple of years, but I've been a makeup artist for a long time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, just like showing up on social media and everything. And I left a studio I was with just kind of behind the scenes for a long time.
Oh, really?
Like, they'd book me and I'd show up and that was it.
Oh, really? How did that make you feel?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I was a student at the time. It was like just what I needed. I was in a new city too. Like, I was a makeup artist in Minneapolis before that.
Nice.
So it was a good way to just get my foot in the door for sure. But then like COVID hit and like a million things hit and I just kind of like had to do the whole thing overnight. And it's been so exciting, and just like the response, like, like meeting you, like meeting all of these cool people, and having a community, like that's been so cool.
That's amazing.
It's like, oh, you do like me for me, like I can do this thing.
Like, wait, I am likable, because you do go through those thoughts, like, am I good enough for this, or am I knowledgeable enough for this? And so like I understand and see where that kind of comes from, just that self-confidence, in a sense. But going back to, so makeup artist in Minneapolis, how was that? When did you even move back here?
That would have been like 2016. 2015, like around there. It was like very Instagram-y makeup times, which was a time to be alive.
Hey, that's okay, girl.
But it was like an interesting time to be in the industry for sure. And like, I went to Augustana, or like art college straight out of high school, and like I've really liked school and everything, but I just kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with it.
Really? Okay.
And so like I was either going to transfer to U of M, like I toured there, and then I toured my makeup school, and they like interviewed me. Like,
at the makeup school?
Yeah, they were like really intense, and they had all these rules, like if you're late twice, like you're out. Like, and I was working on my first film set in like a week, basically.
Really? How was that? Was that like, I would like nerve wracking. Like I'd be like, oh my God, am I capable of this? That's dope though, that you're like, all right, I'm in here. Like, let me get, what film were you doing?
Oh God, the first film I ever did was called The Fourth. And it was like at some house, and it was about like this crazy 4th of July party gone wrong.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't like beauty makeup. It was like black eyes and like
scary
and stuff. Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Like that's what film kind of is. Really, like it's a lot of like boring makeup.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like it's an adventure. For sure.
And I'm sure, probably learned a lot during that process of like.
And just like I was 19.
Oh,
and,
really?
Like,
so young.
Yeah, and I'm from here. So, like, just, like, even driving in the city, like, I was so terrified. Like, I was on my own for the first time.
Really?
Like, no parents, no anything. So, it was just, like, and I loved it. Like,
really?
I felt like such a, like, big city girl.
I love
Which it's funny. It's like Minneapolis. But, like.
No, but Minneapolis is huge.
Yeah, and the driving is scary.
No, Tyler, he went the other day, and he was saying, he's like, babe, I didn't realize how big Minneapolis was. Like, you don't realize until you're in there in the inner city, and like, it's actually a big city for sure.
Yeah, and I'll still take work there, and there's like all kinds of places I've never been. Like, all
you're
the
like,
time.
You said, oh wait, I didn't realize that. How long were you in Minneapolis?
I would have been, my school lasted about a summer.
Okay.
And then I was back and forth like all the time.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to move there, and then like, I don't know, I was so young, and like I had a lot of negativity in my life then, and it just kind of, I realized one day it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Wait, was it negativity like in the school, like in many, or more so like who you're surrounding yourself with?
Yeah, like relationships. And I was working for like a makeup store too, and it was like retail, just like.
Can we say?
A Sephora.
Oh, really? How was Sephora?
It's actually like
you can be honest,
great
girl.
way to practice.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like I remember back in the day, like I don't know if you remember like old Sephora, but like
I don't.
It was strict and it was like high end. Like they ran a really tight ship.
Really?
It was kind of like Disney. Like there's all these things like
that's why
can't do.
Yeah, that's like as like a worker there or just
but it's like you feel like you're in a club or something. Like it's so interesting.
That's
but yeah,
wild.
like yeah,
I would have never realized that because for me, you know, I've been into makeup a little bit, but not like fully into makeup. And back then, I thought Sephora. You're right, honestly, because even
like a little intimidating.
Yeah, like I don't want to go in there. This is like bougie. This is too much. Like that's how I thought. So that I can understand and see like, oh, like how they treat their employees. Like make sure. So like, what was like the rules though? Like that's weird.
Like
yeah,
I do want to say like I met like some of the best people ever. Like not everybody's like that, you know. But it can be an intimidating
But this is your truth though. So don't be afraid to share your truth.
It's
like
a little bit of tea.
Like don't be afraid to, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah. Just like they have like lingo for everything.
Oh,
like
really?
It's not the sales floor, it's the stage. And then like managers aren't managers, they're leads.
Oh wow.
And then customers aren't customers, they're clients. Like,
oh really? So
like
very that. Like not upscale for sure.
Yeah,
wow.
and you had to wear makeup every single day.
Really?
Like face, eyes, lips, like every day.
Oh wow. Even like dress too? Like would you have to dress a certain
way?
way?
Like they'd have this saying because it's owned by Louis Vuitton, like are we looking Louis today?
Wait,
like managers
Sephora?
would ask that.
Sephora is owned by Louis Vuitton?
They are? Yeah, I worked for Louis Vuitton.
You work for Louis Vuitton too?
Technically.
Oh wait, yeah.
Through the grapevine, yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Like, wait.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can see now why it is a little bit more upscale.
Right, and that's kind of like where I became bougie, for
yeah,
sure. Like,
and I'm sure, sorry for interrupting, but I'm so into this now because now I can see why when you went into Sephora, Sioux Falls is, Sioux Falls, Midwest, you know, we don't have a lot of that bouginess, I guess you could say, around here. So I can see where you went there and you're kind of like,
like straight out of high school, just like, okay, I guess I gotta be, you know, a proper lady now. Like,
so do you think it helped you though? Like,
yeah, a ton.
To with integrity and how you perceive yourself, and do you think it helped you?
I think so. Like even just like speaking confidently.
Yeah.
Because like makeup, you have to make people believe you.
Yeah.
Like people are so quick to be like, that's not how you do it. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Like
yeah.
I don't know. There's so much blur area. Like who's good, who's not good.
Yeah.
Like who went to school, who didn't, and like you really got to make everybody believe you that you're the expert, and that's good in any area of life. For sure. I suppose.
That is wow. It's crazy because when it comes to being a makeup artist, I feel like people, and I'm going to be like honest and true. Like when people look at makeup artists, it's either like behind the scenes type of vibe. It's not like in the front type of career. And I love how you're like, no, I'm going to make a personal brand out of this. And in a sense, I am the star, you know, and you're making other people feel like the star. Yeah. But for people like that don't go into the career like, oh, it's just a makeup artist. No, like explain that a little bit more on like changing people's minds, I guess, when it comes to like, I'm not just a makeup artist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, some people love to be in the background and that's totally cool, like film and everything. Like, you kind of have to be. But I don't know. I think like I just worked for other people my whole life.
Really? Yeah.
And like when it came down to being myself, I'm like, I'm going to do the thing. Like,
you're like, it's my time to shine, baby.
Right, yeah.
And show my talent.
So much to me too. Like, you know, I have like degrees and I speak like different languages. And
oh,
just,
really?
Like, I speak French.
Really? Oh. Say something. Say, how are you doing?
Ça va?
Ça va. That's a very sexy language.
Yeah, it's sexy. I don't know the word for sexy in French.
Right, that's okay. Wow, so you know, girl, you are educated.
Yeah, like just I don't know. Like I think if you're gonna, well, I think that's just how I've never been good at like, hey, you should buy my product.
Yeah.
But I'm like an experiences over things person.
Really? Okay.
Like for me, it's more like relationships. Like, hey, do you like me?
Yeah.
Like, do we vibe?
Yeah.
Like, then I'd love to, you know, give you an experience. Like, I'd love to do your makeup and.
I like that. I like how you approach that too, because they actually say for sales, when you are a person that's like so salesy and trying to get the sales, that's actually a big turnoff. So actually
especially
taking
on social,
and especially taking your approach where it's like you're not selling, but you like, know,
welcome.
Yeah, welcome. And hey, if you like my stuff, that actually makes you more what's that word? More of a magnet to people. I've actually learned
approachable.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really dope, dude.
Yeah,
but
and I feel like you're kind of like that too.
Oh, stop.
Like, oh yeah.
This is about you, no.
Oh, okay.
But no, thank you. And that's one thing that I like too. I like that more so personable experience and actually getting to know a person. For instance, I've always been very interested in people and their psychology and who they are. Ever since I was little, like I would love to like just sit down and just observe and watch people and in my head make up a story of what their life is like. So so I've always been like that, you know, and I think relationships are very important when it comes to one, building your personal brand and you know, being a business owner. I think having, you know, that integrity and you know, building those relationships. So
yeah, and I feel like it's never felt like inauthentic.
Yeah.
Like I don't go to like a million cups like, hi, how are you? Like it's
have you
always
been there?
Just like,
sorry, have you been there?
Actually, I haven't.
Okay, yeah.
I don't get invited to that stuff.
You're too cool.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh. But yeah, just like how we met, like we were on like whatever together and you know, Instagram, all of that, like people, I don't know, we gravitate towards each other.
Yeah, for sure. And
like like-minded people.
Yeah, and I truly do believe that. And gosh, where did we meet? I know we met somewhere, but ever since I met you, that's when I first started following you. And I was just like,
nice.
Yo, like you're special. I was like, yo, like, and I just love, again, like-minded people and just, I see you every day. Like, and I want to jump into this now. I see you every day working and grinding. And how do you take care of Megan? Because I know that can be extremely overwhelming.
Right.
And so, what's your self-care routine? What do you like doing to kind of recharge?
I'm pretty simple. Like I'm not really big into like light a bunch of candles, do the face mask, like do the whole thing. Like I don't know, I love doing things. Like I'm always like I'm happiest when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
But, definitely it's balance, you know, like I don't believe in hustle all the time. Like, you know, don't answer your emails after 5, like watch your Netflix, like take the nap. Like
I love that.
Yeah, just little things. Like I like being home with my boyfriend Taylor and just like watching a movie. Like we do that almost every night. We make dinner and like watch TV and just like that's our time, you know.
I love that.
Yeah, we travel a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I love that about you too. I'm always seeing you traveling, girl. I'm like,
I love
I love that. So you a travel girl.
Right. Sometimes too, like when you work so much, maybe you can relate. You're just like, I gotta get out of here.
Go.
Like,
same.
Gotta go somewhere.
No, same.
Nobody knows me.
For real. No, I feel that. But when you got kids, I got 2 kids, guys.
That
so it's a
little harder.
I'm like, But no, I see you. Hey, I lived through your traveling post. I'm like, hey, when you on your stories, like, but going back to, yo, by the way, this food is amazing.
It's so good.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowing you. I'm not
like
allowing you to
the
eat
ASMR. No, it's okay. I'm just
Girl,
like
get close.
nibbling.
Girl, get close and. Yeah, you did.
Can you hear it? I'm curious if you can hear it.
I love it.
People are like clicking off. Like
no. Hey, speaking of that, do you like ASMR stuff?
I love ASMR.
Same.
Yeah,
do you like watching people eat too and like
a little bit?
Okay, that's
I
my
like
thing.
like people they'll like talk and they'll be sucking on like a little hard candy.
Yes.
That's
that is so, and it's just like so interesting to watch. And they're like, or like even the whispers and the.
Taylor thinks it's crazy.
Same with Tyler. He's like, why do you watch this? I'm like, leave me alone. It's my relaxing time.
And I'll play it in the background so you can't see it. You can only hear it, and it's just like He's
probably like, Megan, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He knows by now. He's
That's
like,
one.
yeah. He
No,
knows what that is.
speaking about Taylor, one thing, okay, so I saw you guys the other night at the listening party. By the way, that is so dope. That was my first one ever. And I was like,
he never performs. He should perform more.
yeah, it's so dope. And like just seeing Taylor, James, and what's that? Brandon and
oh gosh.
What's that? Is his name Juke or his?
Oh yeah, Juke for Tigers, Brandon.
Yeah. Okay, so Brandon. So seeing them, and Saul.
Yeah.
Seeing them do that and bring that, that's really dope. Like I was just like, dang, there's a lot of people here supporting. I'm like, dang.
Heck yeah.
But speaking of that, I talked a little bit with Taylor before I saw you, and it was so cute what he said. Oh my gosh,
he's perfect.
No, like for you guys, like yeah, like I'm just like yo, like he's so respectful. Like I can tell, like he really respects you. Yeah, because I was like, how's Megan? You know, because I didn't know that you were there.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, yeah, and he was like, she's doing good. You know, she's moving out of her whatever of your studio.
Oh, yeah.
And I was kind of like, oh, how's that going and stuff. And he was like, well,
she's tired.
And he was like, she was tired, so I didn't want to bother her and talk about it when she got home. And I was just like, yo, that's dope. So like, do you guys kind of separate? Like kind of
a little bit.
I like how you guys do that. Yeah.
Well, we both like I work from home all the time, you know, like doing office work, and he edits from home every day. He does video.
Really?
Yeah, so like it's funny, we'll be in like separate rooms just like working away. And then yeah, it's nice. He travels a lot too for work. Really? So then like I do a deep clean of the house. Like I order DoorDash. Like,
I love that. I'm spoiling myself.
Yeah. So we like our time apart too.
I like that. That's healthy. Like that's healthy to be able to separate and know that like you're independent, I'm independent. We come together.
We're so independent.
That's dope. That's really dope.
We're both always.
How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. We got together July 2020.
Oh wow, so gonna be 2 years coming up.
Yeah, coming up.
That's dope.
Oh yeah.
How did you guys meet then?
Oh gosh, I always kind of knew him.
Really?
Like, we went to high school together, and like he was older than me, so I just kind of knew him as like that guy who was older than me. And then we actually went to Augie together for a minute too. He graduated from there.
Nice.
So yeah, I like knew him, and it's kind of funny. He was like dating my coworker for a while.
Nice.
And like I just saw him like wait for her like outside of work and stuff, and like he was such a good boyfriend. And I was like, I want that because I didn't really have that at the time. Yeah. So I don't know. My best friend would even joke like, get someone like Taylor Yoakum, like get someone like him, and I don't think she ever knew like it would literally be him.
Okay, and then when that moment came, you're like, by the way, I got someone like Taylor.
Right, yeah. We just like, it was like right before the pandemic hit. I remember I was like walking downtown by myself. And he was there because he's always downtown. Yeah. At the time, I didn't know that. I'm like, oh, how crazy.
Right, like
no way. Yeah. But yeah, we just kind of like chatted a bit, and he does photography, so did his girlfriend, and he was like, and I was like, oh, I love your work, like you and your girlfriend both. And he was like, we actually parted ways tonight. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
You're like, I'm gonna be the I don't know.
Yeah, like
think of something.
Low key, like I love you, like cool. Yeah. So like I just stalked him like all year. Like I gave him his time. But yeah.
That's really dope. Hey, that was meant to be. Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. It was spooky.
Yeah, like and
great.
I know, and like too, like even going back to like your best friend saying, get someone like him. Like God was like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, getting like the real deal.
Oh, I was like, dang, we only got. Sorry, you interrupt, guys. Just so you guys know, Tyler's behind the camera, and he's telling us, you know, giving us keys and stuff, and I'm just like, dang, it's already almost time. No,
oh my God, we're just having a great time.
Right. But yeah, no, I just think it's so amazing, dude, what you're doing, and is there anything like, do you see yourself here in Sioux Falls for a while?
I used to think no, like we talk about moving to a big city a lot, but just like the more I've gotten, just with the community and everything, like it's so great. It
really, yeah. Sioux Falls is really a great community to build a business here, I feel like, and I feel like the community here, when it comes to the entrepreneurship world is just so knit together. Just
like everybody knows everybody. Supportive. It's not like mean.
No.
Yeah, because I remember even like it might be different now. It's been like 5 years, but even in Minneapolis, it was so hard to like get to know people. They like get jobs where you felt like valued, and I don't know. It was just like a different vibe, like harder to make connections like that. And here, it's just been like amazing.
Yeah, no, that's dope, dude. Again, I'll say this over. Oh, one other thing. I really like how you touch base on it's not always about grinding and hustling. There has to be a balance.
Yeah, you'll burn out.
Exactly.
I've done it.
I'm glad that you brought that up because everyone's always hustle.
Right.
But I think now people are starting to realize like the hustle culture.
Not
it. Like you need time to rejuvenate.
Yeah, you're not made for that.
Yeah, no. Like we're supposed to have fun and get out and experience life as well as, doing what you love and your passion and stuff.
Right,
so,
like my job's so fun, which is great. But like gotta take a break.
You're right. You're like
gotta get re-inspired.
Yeah, for sure. How do you get re-inspired? Just by taking a break, or do you?
For sure, travel.
Yeah.
I just like kind of watching the world, like seeing what else is going on. Like I love seeing what other artists are doing. And just like taking inspiration from everybody.
That's dope. Yeah. So do you still, like when it comes to makeup and stuff, are you constantly like learning and like
all the time.
Like when it comes to just like the different makeup styles, because there's
it
trends.
Changes all the time.
For real.
Yeah, and it's like it's such a cool time right now. Like I feel like the trends are most my style.
I love that. What is your style? Talk about that.
It's pretty natural.
I love that.
Yeah, people like it.
I love natural. Yeah.
But yeah, just soft, like not too much. Like I want people to feel like themselves, like the best version of themselves.
Yeah. But still, like you said, still look like themselves.
Right, yeah. Or like if they want to have fun, great.
Yeah, true.
Like, love to do like the full glam too, but I love just a soft glam. It's so pretty.
And I will say she's amazing at what she does. She's done my makeup before, and every time I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I know. And I love when you do my makeup.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime.
For sure. No, for sure. But, okay, so I got 2 questions before we head out.
Oh, yeah.
My first question for you is, have you always been confident? Or if not, how have you gained the confidence?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, just like getting older. Like learning, like learning what not to do and like being burned so many times, just like doing what other people you think would impress them and things like that. You just like don't get fulfillment from that. So I think like just like experience helps. But yeah, also just like, I don't know. I think it's easier now than it used to be just to like be yourself.
Yeah, that's
like,
real good.
Yeah, there's a million ways to be now. And there's so many like inspirations out there. Like, even like say like body positive people, like that never used to be a thing. And like, I don't know, even like I'm not like a big person or anything, but like even seeing someone with like cellulite and stuff, it's like, oh, like I look like that. Like that's great.
I got it too, girlfriend.
Oh yeah, right. Just like people aren't perfect,
Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah, and just like like having people you admire. Having a good circle.
Do you keep your circle small?
I do.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. You're like, and that's good. That's good to have just those few people where you really mess with. And
right. Yeah. I know a lot of people. But like the people I like go to for anything. Like, that's pretty small.
Yep. I feel that. And hey, in this day and age, you got to keep your circle small because when people start knowing a little too much about you, they can use that to their advantage, and especially building something. I mean, and this is not, it's not even just about, building a brand. I mean, this goes for anyone. Like, that's one advice that I would give to people is like, like you said, keep your circle small. Don't share everything to everybody. Like, you don't need to.
Right. Yeah. And just like, I don't know. Just sometimes you realize like you're just left in this place where it's like, what did I get from that? Like, I just gave so much of me.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
And like you didn't even think it was weird at the time, but now you're like,
dang, I did all of that for that.
Right, like just being a people pleaser, you know.
Yeah. So you had to really learn kind of just to like,
especially in business.
I know it's a lot.
Yeah,
I'm like it's a lot, girlfriend.
Oh yeah, you gotta be like a big, strong businessman sometimes.
You
like,
do no, you
the
do.
full sentence.
Yep. No. You have to say no. I really like how you said that. You gotta be a businessman.
Yeah.
And Tyler has always said that to me.
Right.
I'm very sensitive. He goes, when you're a business person, you can't be like that all the time. You gotta.
Right. You can't be everyone's best friend.
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
yeah.
I know this makeup artist. She lives in Spain, so like way
nice.
far away.
Yeah,
but
nice.
She'll literally sign her emails as like her male assistant, like Tyler or whatever.
Oh, I like that.
And people will like stop all the stuff like right away, like all the trying to get deals with you.
That's good though,
because
then
crazy.
Because then it's kind of secretive too, like you're not putting it on yourself, but
like that wasn't me. That was my assistant.
Hey, that's good advice right there. Anyone out there?
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What would you tell a young girl who is wanting to be a makeup artist? Yeah. What's one advice that you would give?
I would say just like put yourself out there, like practice all the time. Yeah. Like get like a bunch of Morphe palettes, and like you don't have to be good. Yeah, for a long time. Like you just kind of get good by practicing. Yeah. Yeah, and I think just like not being afraid, you know, like I think a lot of people like have these big dreams, but they just hold back. Like they think like, oh, like someone like me couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's like I'm the shyest person in the world. Like someone like me can
do that. Yeah, and will, even if you're scared maybe at times.
Right. Like, oh yeah, and like you know make mistakes, especially like start young. You know, I started super young. Yeah. And, like, I'm kind of glad I wasn't on social media as much when I was 19, because, like, ew. But, like...
I'm sorry. She said, ew.
Yeah. 2016 was not a good look on anyone.
It's okay, though. Yeah. Hey, we live and we learn.
Right.
I'm sorry. That was a little funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, like, you know, that's how you grow.
Yeah.
You just start.
Yeah,
or even like social media. Even like
no, because it's so true, girl. Like when you go back, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm just thinking, like when you go back, like you look and you're like, oh my God, I've grown. Thank God I've grown. Like, but who was I?
Even like last year, I'm like, those bangs were too short, girl. Like
you said just needed them a little longer.
Yeah.
Hey, they're the perfect length right now. You're like, what? What was I thinking?
You're always growing.
I know, exactly. And hey, that's the beauty of life.
Right. And like people probably like you see like YouTubers even. God bless you. Yes. You see like YouTubers even who are on there like 10 years and their old videos aren't good.
I know.
But they started 10 years ago. And like that's how they got where they are.
Exactly. And it all comes down to consistency. That's it. Consistency and to continue to grow. And it's okay if you don't know everything. Learn, you know. And I think too people are afraid of, I know we're running out of time, but I know people too can be afraid of learning because they don't want to seem under someone. Right. And it's like, no, it's okay. Like that's how you are able to grow and get on, you know, someone's level. Like
it's helped so much too. Like don't be like a competitor.
I love that. Like, that is so girl speak.
Right. Like if I'm booked for a gig, like I'm calling my friend who's a makeup artist and she's doing the gig. Like
I love that.
Like there's enough clients for everybody.
You hear that? Like, say it louder. Say it louder.
Yeah, there's enough people for everybody.
There is.
Like form a community. Yeah. Like don't gatekeep, you know. Like
I love that. I love that. That was amazing. That was a perfect way to end the Girl Chat podcast here with Megan. Aww. Before we go, where can everyone follow you?
Oh gosh, I'm on Instagram, Megan Birch Beauty. Nice. Facebook, if you feel like it, Megan Birch Beauty. If you want to do a cool project, hello at meganbirchbeauty.com. Sure.
I love, again, thank you. Thank you so much for being on here. I love this. And so thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yay! Yay! All right, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye. Awesome. Yo, that was awesome. Thank you. And I,